Hello, everyone, and welcome back to TalkBridge English, the place where learning English feels like chatting with a friend. I'm Mila.
And I'm Theo.
Today's story, it's a mix of panic, drama, and a little mystery.
3 of my favorite things. What's the title?
The day I lost my phone in a taxi.
Ooh, this is going to be fun.
So it happened last Sunday. I had just come back from the airport. I was tired, carrying 2 heavy bags, and just wanted to go home.
And you took a taxi.
Exactly. I sat in the back seat, checking my messages and scrolling through Instagram.
Classic Mila. Can't even take a ride without the phone in her hand.
Guilty. Anyway, after about 20 minutes, we arrived at my building. I paid the driver, grabbed my bags, and went upstairs.
And
5 minutes later, I realized something horrible. My phone was not in my bag.
oh no, that feeling when your stomach just drops?
Yes, your stomach drops. For everyone listening, that's an expression we use when you suddenly feel shocked or scared.
So what did you do?
First, I checked my pockets about 10 times. Then I emptied my bag on the floor. Nothing.
And then?
I ran to the window, but the taxi was gone. I called my number from my friend's phone.
Let me guess. No answer?
Actually, someone answered.
Oh, plot twist.
But it wasn't the driver. It was silence. Then, a strange sound, like someone laughing quietly.
Creepy.
I know. I said, hello, hello. But then they hung up.
Okay, this is starting to feel like a detective movie.
Right? So I opened the taxi app, found my trip, and called the driver directly.
And?
He said, yes, I found your phone. I was just about to call you.
That's good news.
Yes, but here's the weird part. When I got the phone back, the camera roll had one new photo.
Oh no!
It was a selfie of a little kid smiling with my phone, probably the driver's son.
So not a crime, just a curious kid.
Moral of the story, always check your seat before you leave a taxi.
And maybe put your phone in your bag, not in your hand.
True, but hey, at least I got a free selfie out of it.
And a story for the podcast.
Okay, let's talk about some useful words and phrases from today's story.
Yeah, the lost phone in a taxi story gave us a lot of good vocabulary.
First one, your stomach drops.
That's an idiom. It doesn't mean your stomach really falls.
Right. It means you suddenly feel scared or shocked.
Like when you realize your phone is missing.
Next one, plot twist.
That's when a story changes in a surprising way.
Exactly. In my story, the plot twist was when someone answered my phone, but it wasn't the driver.
Very dramatic.
Another one is creepy.
Creepy means something strange or scary, but not in a big, dangerous way.
Like hearing someone laugh quietly on the phone.
Very creepy.
And then we had guilty.
When you say I'm guilty, it doesn't mean a crime.
Right. It just means, yes, it's true, you caught me.
Like when I said, Mila can't take a taxi without looking at her phone, and she said, guilty.
Last one, moral of the story.
That's a phrase we use when we want to say the lesson from a story.
My moral was, always check your seat before you leave a taxi.
And my moral, always keep your phone in your bag, not in your hand.
Okay, everyone, now it's time for a quick shadowing exercise.
Shadowing means you listen and then repeat after us, like an echo. Ready?
Okay. I had just come back from the airport. I was tired and wanted to go home. I had just come back from the airport. I was tired and wanted to go home. I had just come back from the airport. I was tired and wanted to go home. I had just come back from the airport. I was tired and wanted to go home.
"5 minutes later, I realized my phone was not in my bag. 5 minutes later, I realized my phone was not in my bag. 5 minutes later, I realized my phone was not in my bag. "5 minutes later, I realized my phone was not in my bag.
My stomach dropped when I couldn't find my phone. My stomach dropped when I couldn't find my phone. My stomach dropped when I couldn't find my phone. My stomach dropped when I couldn't find my phone.
I called my number and someone answered, but it wasn't the driver. I called my number and someone answered, but it wasn't the driver. I called my number and someone answered, but it wasn't the driver. I called my number and someone answered, but it wasn't the driver.
Great job, everyone.
Remember, practicing out loud helps you remember new words faster.
And that's all for today's episode. Thanks for listening and practicing with us.
We hope you enjoyed the story, learned some new words, and had fun with the shadowing exercise.
Remember, the best way to improve your English is to use it every day, even in small ways.
Like repeating phrases, telling your own stories, or just talking with friends.
We'll be back next time with another story and more English practice.
Until then, keep learning, keep smiling, and keep speaking English.
Bye, everyone.
See you soon.